Welcome back, students. Now we will continue with our poem Why English is So Hard. Now we will see the poem. And I speak of a foot, and you show me your feet, but I give you a boot. Would a pair be called beat? So one single foot is called foot, F-O-O-T, and a pair of foot means two legs. So a pair of foot is called as feet. So now one single boot is called as boot, but a pair of boot is called as boots and not beat. Beet is a vegetable which we are using in salad. That one may be that and three may be those, yet the plural of hat would never be hose. Now we will see the example. We will say that apple means one single apple which is far from us. Then those apples means two apples or more than two apples which are far from us. So that one apple and those two apples. So that apples means one single apple, singular form of apple, and those cherries mean plural form of cherries. Now we will see one single hat means singular form of hat, and six hats, HATS, hats means more than one. Plural form of hat is hats. So one hat and six hat. Plural form of hat is hats. And hose is a pipe used for gardening purpose. So can we call hats as hose? No. Hose is something another which is used for gardening purpose. The masculine pronouns are he, his, and him. But imagine the feminine she, she's, and shim means for masculine means male or man. We are using he, his, and him. But are we using for female she, she's, and shim? No. What we are using? She, her, and hers. What are pronouns? Pronouns take the place of noun. So for girls we are using she, and for boys we are using he. When we want to say about the girl, we can say she is playing, and when we say about a boy, we say he is playing. So for girl we are using she, and for boy we are using he. So when we are telling about a boy, what we will tell? He is a boy, or this is his ball, or the ball belongs to him, means referring to the boy. But are we going to tell referring to girl that this is she's ball? No. What we will say? This ball is her, or this is her ball. Now we will say the last stanza of the poem. So our English, I think you all agree, is the trickiest language you ever did see. So the poet says that the English is the trickiest language and you all agree for it. So what we learn in this poem? In this poem we learn some funny words such as highs for houses, pen for pants, beat for boots, horse for hats, she's and shim for her. So the poem was with funniest pronouns.